Good morning, it is Wednesday the 1st of July and today we are looking at substitution. So carrying on with our algebra topic. So our first anchor question, match the children's calculation to the correct answers if A equals 5 and B equals 3.5. So 2 lots of A, we know this means here 2 lots of A. So 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 3.5 is 7, so 7 add 10, we know that that one would equal 17. Again here, 2b times a. Well, 2b we know is 7, and we're timesing it by 5. So 7 times 5, we know is 35. So 2b times a equals 35. Our next question then is, Sophie is looking at the values below. A equals 5b divided by 2 and C equals A plus 5.5. She says, if B equals 8 then C must equal 25. Is she correct? Well, let's have a look then. So we're given the value of B. So we're going to try and substitute. We're going to change some letters here to there. So we know B, 5b, so 5 lots of 8. So that equals 40. And 40 divided by 2 is 20. Okay, so we can see there, 20. So if we were to then put C, so 20 there. We've got A, so 20 plus 5.5 equals C. So she is incorrect. So C equals 20, not 25. So we substituted the letters for numbers and then we worked out our calculation and then moved it into this formula here to work out C. Okay, have a look at the video today and it'll help you with your learning.
Hello there and welcome back. Let's take a look at something called substitution. But before we get into that, question for you. How much do we have in coins? So we've got a 50, a 20 and a 20. Now, one thing you may have thought about is, well, I know that coin, although there's one coin, it's worth 50p. And although there's still one coin that's worth 20p, that's worth 20p. And then you added them up and you should got 90p. Now what you've just done there is something called substitution. You worked out the value of the coin. You knew that coin was worth 50p and 20p. Substitution is like swapping something in. So a bit like in football, we might say we're having a substitution. Or we know in money that a £10 note is the same value as 2 £5 notes. So we could substitute something there by swapping it out. So we've got two symbols here. We've got a circle and a triangle. The circle is worth 10 and the triangle is worth 5. It could be worth anything, but for this particular example, they're worth those values. So what would be the totals of these sentences? Pause the video, have a go for yourself. Let's have a look then. Let's substitute the values in. So let's take that circle, and we know it's worth 10, so let's substitute in 10. The same for the triangle. They're each worth 5, so let's substitute them out for the value. So now we've got 10 plus 5 plus 5, which is 20. What about the next one? Again, same thing we can do. We can substitute. So then we get 30 plus 5, which is 35. So using these two symbols, how many different ways are there to total 30? Pause the video, have a go for yourself first. How did you get on then? There's lots of ways we could have done this, but I'm just going to look at the ones using addition for a start. So I could have written 3 circles. That would be 30.
9.
Well, another circle would be over there. So if I exchanged 2 of those triangles for 1 circle, I can see that I can also have 30. I could have written it this way. 1 circle and 4 triangles. Or 6 triangles would have also given me a total of 30. Now then, instead of having circles and triangles, we're going to use a little symbol instead. So in this case, it's going to be the x. And x is equal to 10 in this case. So if x equals 10, what would the totals of these be? Pause the video, have a think for yourself first. Let's have a look at the first one, x plus 4. So if we substitute x for the value 10, our sentence is 10 plus 4, which is 14. What would x want? Well, 3x we could substitute for 3 times 10. 3 x's, or 3 10s. 3 times 10 is 30. The next one, x divided by 2. Well, if I substitute that in, it would be 10 divided by 2. 10 over 2, which is 5. Now the next one, got 2 steps to think about. So let's focus on that 2x first. It's almost like looking at the multiplication, thinking about order of operations. So 2x would be 20, plus 1, 21. Okay, this time we've got 2 expressions to substitute this time. T is equal to 5, and G is equal to 6. Pause the video, have a go at working out those missing values. Let's have a look at the first one. G minus T. Well, if G is worth 6, and T is worth 5, then 6 minus 5 is 1. The next one. Well, I could go 3T is 15, 4G is 24, or I could have seen that 3T and 7T in total will give me 10 T's, and 4G plus 6G is going to give me another 10 G's. So my sentence is the same as writing 10G plus 10T. 10 G's is 60, 10 T's is 50, so together it would be 110. Well, the next one. In brackets, I've got 4T plus 5G over 10. So then, 4T plus 5G. Well, let's have a look at that equation. 4T, or 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times G, or 5 times 6 is 30. So together that would be 50. So 50 divided by 10 is 5. What is next one? I've got brackets again. But I've got 4 lots of G minus T. Well, I know what G minus T was from the first time. So the value of that bracket is just going to be 6 minus 5, which is 1. So I use that number on the left to multiply how many of those I've got. So 4 times 1 is just 4. Okay, your turn now. Have a go at the worksheet, or have a go at the material on the BBC Bitesize website.
Okay, so you've had your worksheet emailed to you. This is what it looks like today. So have a look at the pictorial models here, and then we're moving on to numbers and letters here. Also, don't forget to have a go at your learning by questions.